Okay, we've done the restrictor plate gig, then the mile short track or not thing in Phoenix. Now it's time to go 1.5 miling at Vegas. Will it be a different winner? Probably. In IndyCar, Media Day came on Wednesday in St. Pete. How do the drivers feel? We'll give our opinion. The Gatornationals are one of those races all of the competitors want on the resume. Will they get it? I'm Michele Rahal with Motorsports Unplugged and motorsportsunplugged.com. This is the Friday Racing Report, and be sure and check out our newest column by Dennis Michelson on the Fantasy Racing Leagues. I never knew how much the fans really knew about racing until now. 2 different races and 2 different winners. What are the odds this year of another different face for the 3rd race in Victory Circle? I'd say they're pretty good. The Sprint Cup Series heads into Vegas this weekend for round 3 of the Race to the Chase. Who's hot here? You'd have to say that the same group that's finished in the chase from the last season, but a few things might have changed. 1, this season is more competitive than NASCAR's ever seen. In fact, every motorsports across the globe that I can think of is more competitive than I've ever seen in my life. You might have favorites, but that means less this season than it did last year. Number 2, with the horsepower the Fords seem to have found, you probably won't see an unfamiliar name taking the win. Think Roush or Hendrick, which means Edwards or Johnson unless Kane recovers from his setbacks. I'm looking at those 3. The IndyCar Series floated between spring training at Sebring and Media Day in St. Pete this week. We had a chance to catch up with the drivers and some of the officials, but for the most part, they all seemed more upbeat than they have in the past. Maybe the biggest issue to come up was the hand clutch system used in the new shifting system. But that's hardly a real problem. You're racing car drivers. You figure it out. Having said the mood was just upbeat, I can personally tell you it's more upbeat than I've seen in a long time. The only people who may be truly worried are the Lotus engine teams. They've got to find that sweet spot if they expect to compete against Honda and Chevrolet. The fact that the first 4 races are street or road courses do help, but will that be enough? You can be down on horsepower. Look at the Renault's Formula One engine teams, but you better have that chassis dialed in. It's getting close and we'll just have to see. In the NHRA, we're going to have to wait until Saturday to start making predictions. The news and the opinions are going to get crowded. Personally, I can't wait. For Motorsports Unplugged and motorsportsunplugged.com, I'm Michele Rahal. I'll see you on Monday.